Hey Mung Beans. Can you believe that this marks our last ever episode for Wine Time Mysteries? Season 1.
It has been wild and we want to thank you for coming along for the ride. We will forever be grateful.
Stay tuned for Season 2 as we have a lot of new things coming your way.
Illy.
Hey Mung Beans.
I'm Joey.
I'm Ashley.
And this is Wine Time Mysteries.
If you're into true crime,
And if the paranormal gets your nips hard,
then this is for you. But before we get started,
make sure to follow us on Spotify and stalk us on Insta and TikTok.
or send your inquiries to winetimemysteries@gmail.com, and we promise to at least try to get back to you.
Lego! You need to go home.
Oh my god. Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, today I'm introducing a what the fuck score, at least for this case.
A what the fuck score?
A WTF score.
What the fuck?
It's not going to have an overall rating at the end.
Yeah.
But anytime something fucking fucked up happens, I'm going to point out that it's a what the fuck.
Okay.
Today, dear listeners, we are still in South America. Wow, I still have a little bit of a Latin flavor.
I love it, yeah.
Today's case is on Pedro Alonso López.
Pedro Alonso López.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know this one. Oh, God.
I'm not entirely sure if this one needs a warning or not.
Yeah, like your other ones where you're like, don't think it needs a warning.
Well, the last one I didn't think about until you're like,
I'll be sure.
Put a warning on this.
Yeah,
one.
I'll be sure to point it out if it's intestines and, doing stuff.
No. But there's one, maybe. Not that,
Maybe.
but like a maybe. Pedro Alonso López was born on the 8th of October, 1948. Mm-hmm. So it's not like super, super old, but it's
Yeah.
like old enough. He was born in Santa Isabel, Colombia. He is a
Libra.
catches your puddle,
Yeah.
your blood puddle.
When you got a blood puddle every month,
Blood puddle, your blood.
But you don't have ovaries, so you wouldn't understand.
No, I can bleed from my butthole
Yeah.
if I really want to.
If I push hard enough,
Just takes a little courage.
anything is possible.
If you just believe. I need medication.
Poops and dick.
Anyway, so Pedro
Yeah.
is reported to be the son of Belinda Lopez de Castaneda. Was reported to be the son of Belinda Lopez de Castaneda and Mirado Reyes. Though I'm not entirely sure if that's like 100% true. And the only place I could find that was on Wikipedia, but no other reports kind of said that name.
Yeah.
At least none of the ones that I could find. So I had to mishmash a lot of different things together.
Mishmash.
And it wasn't fun to do because this guy, you'll figure out soon enough, was not, oh, there's a hair on my face. Got it. Pedro was from a huge family. He had, it's reported, 12 other siblings. So pop in that pussy.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that his mother was a prostitute. So I don't know if the children had the same dad or if she just wasn't a very good prostitute and kept getting pregnant. But I
Thought if I was on top, I wouldn't get pregnant.
either way, there were a lot of them. Between his birth and the age of 8, there wasn't really a lot of information about him. But I don't know what you're getting up to between...
Yeah.
your birth in the year of 8. I can't imagine you're winning like a Nobel Prize or nothing. I didn't get the hair. I can feel it. So, we meet back up. I can fucking feel him.
Hey, just hanging out.
He's just tickling
How's
me.
it going?
I got him.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. I saw him. Anywho, we meet back up with Pedro when he was kicked out of his house in 1957. See, his mother caught him fondling his younger sister's breasts.
Fuck off.
And he was like, I think he was either the 5th or the 7th child. And if he was only 8, you can only imagine how young she would have been. And it didn't say any
Yeah.
like ages or anything. But did I mention it was his sister? Like disgusting in general.
Yeah.
Like by itself. Feral. But it's your sister.
To me, I always go to what have you seen or be subjected to do that at 8 years old.
At that point, he hadn't been. He had apparently seen some of the sexy times that his mum was having with the Johns.
Yeah.
But he, at that point, had never had any sort of sexual assault or molestation or anything like that.
Yeah.
On it. But she caught him and, look, I mean, he's only 8, but she kicked him out. In one article that he did, apparently she took him somewhere, she like walked him somewhere from the home, but he ended up finding his way home again. So then she took him on a bus like 200 miles away from the house and then
It's really sad.
left him on a corner and took off because she was like, I'm not having like an incesty predator inside my house with my daughters. She could have maybe given him up for adoption, but it's also Colombia.
Yeah, I was going to authorities, but I was like, given back then, even mental health issues and stuff like that weren't even a thing. So you wouldn't go, oh, I'm going to go take my son to the police or do this or that.
After being evicted from his home for technically the second time because he found his way back, apparently a man who was older than him abducted him and took him into a building and according to him, he alleges that he was repeatedly sodomized by the man.
Yeah.
Which we don't know if that's fact. That's him saying that, and I have a feeling with some of what he says later that he was using this as an excuse for why he did the behavioral issues he had.
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing he claims happens to him in his life, which I will get into, but he believes that, well, he said that seeing his mom have sex with all those men impacted his psyche negatively, and he said that himself.
Yeah.
Again, I just feel like he's using that as like a reason.
Yeah.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
I did this because I saw that and then I was raped, so I'm going to do all my bad stuff. In 1960, at the age of 12, an American family took him in and enrolled him in a school for orphans, but that was short-lived because he then claimed that one of the male teachers started to molest him. And there is a slight contradiction here because apparently other people said that they saw him escape the school with that teacher. So he's claiming he ran away from the teacher from the school, everyone, because he's molested, but other people were like, well, we saw you going with him.
Yeah.
So, again...
What's real? What's the truth, buddy?
Right? Is it an excuse where you're claiming you're molested by an older person to kind of make up for...
So this is what I hate with killers or just shitty people is you ruin it in a sense for people that actually have had that happen to them. Like you try to make it out like, oh, but it's because of this, but it didn't really happen. And it's like, you know what I mean.
There are plenty of people who have gone through that kind of stuff who did not go on to do anything damaged, but they didn't go on to repeat that behavior. One thing I didn't actually add into this, which was a transcript from something I will read later. I just didn't add that part in.
Yeah.
But he said that after he was sodomized by that guy when he was 8, that's when he decided that he would cause the same pain to as many girls as he could.
Not at 8 years old.
No.
Fuck off.
At 8, you don't think like that. In 1966, at the age of 18, he was arrested for a car theft or like a failed car theft. And he alleges yet again that he was gang raped when he was in prison by, I believe, 3 or 4 different guys. But he also alleges that when he was in prison still, he killed 2 of them that raped him, but couldn't find the third or couldn't get to the third or something. And he had some time added onto his sentence because of the murders.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a whole lot of time. After his release, he started preying on young girls in Peru, claiming that by 1978, he had killed over 100 of them. His claim. Justice was almost served when he was caught by a native tribe who were preparing to execute Lopez after catching him trying to abduct a 9-year-old girl. When a bunch of happy clappers, American Christians, on a mission, intervened.
Good.
Good?
That was my sarcastic good.
I felt that in my butthole. I was like, no! And convinced them to release him into their custody and that they would take him to local authorities. And the tribe people were like, okay, so that's exactly what they did.
Of course, why not?
They took him to the police, who deported him to Ecuador instead of punishing him for his crimes. This is what I will refer to as what the fuck number 1.
So dumb.
He relocated to Colombia and then later Ecuador again, claiming to have killed roughly 3 girls per week. Lopez is quoted as saying in an interview, "I like the girls from Ecuador. They are more gentle and trusting, more innocent."
Fuck off.
The local authorities would later state that they thought that these girls were just vanishing due to like sex trafficking, sexual slavery, or prostitution. Well, that solves that mystery, doesn't it?
Well, she's a prosy.
Oh, makes
It's
sense.
a part of the job.
Oh, it's just sex slavery. Don't worry about it.
High risk job. Fuck off.
In 1980, Lopez would end up getting caught during a failed abduction of a 12-year-old when local market traders saw that he was up to no good and trapped him until the police arrived. The police decided that they wouldn't really believe him when he confessed to having over 300 victims. Well, that was at least until there was like a big storm, monsoony thing, and some riverbanks flooded and then kind of washed away the surface soil, revealing a mass grave of dead girls. And he would later lead police to what he claimed would be other burial sites, but there were no bodies that were found. They believe that he was just doing that to fuck with them.
Yeah.
Just prolong the time, you know?
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit. Lopez was officially Lopez was officially arrested in March of the same year, but was only convicted of 3 murders, even after confessing to more than 300 sexual assaults and strangulations, not to mention he was a prolific pedophile and would engage in necrophilia. What the fuck, number 2? It's the legal systems.
It's fucked.
I don't understand it. As he was charged in Ecuador, he would not be given the death penalty as they don't do capital punishment. But on top of that, they have a maximum 16-year sentence for homicide, which means that would be the maximum sentence for his conviction as the law prohibits consecutive charges. So he was originally convicted of killing 3 young girls. Maximum sentence for that, 16 years. So they can't add all 3 murders on top of the 16 on 16 on 16. That's against their law. So you heard me correctly. He was sentenced 16 years for 3 recognized murders of minors and a confession to the rape and murder of over 300. That is what the fuck number 3.
I can't.
I know, you've gone quiet.
Yeah, I'm angry. And I'm just like, what? I don't. Like, whether you believe him or not, would you not fucking look into that and be like, oh no, he should be fine in about 16 years and we'll just leave him on his way?
Yeah, he's alright.
It's alright, he's lying. It's fine. Fuck off.
3 years into his sentence, he was found guilty of murdering roughly 110 girls in Ecuador alone.
Fuck off.
But still claimed there were roughly about 240 more. No extra charges were added, nor was his stay extended. What the fuck? Number 4.
I got nothing to say.
Equally as strange, in an interview, the one and only he would ever do, he made some pretty bold statements, which I'm sure in most other countries would have found him back in court, but not in Ecuador. And I'm going to read a couple of excerpts from the interview. And this is maybe the part where I add the thingy in at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then maybe not, because it's not like super descriptive.
Yeah.
But it paints a picture for those who can have pictures painted.
Picture this. Fuck off.
Pictures and shut up.
Yeah.
He tried to explain his killings, comparing himself to spectators who attend bullfights to watch the moment of truth when the fighting bull or the matador faces death. Quotation: "There is a wonderful moment, a divine moment, when I have my hands around a young girl's throat. I look into her eyes and I see a certain light, a spark suddenly go out. Only those who kill know what I mean. The moment of death is enthralling and exciting. Someday when I am released, I will feel that moment again. I will be happy to kill again. It is my mission."
So wait. Question. Why do you make me angry? No.
Well,
Actual question. So this is in an actual statement or interview?
a publicized interview with the Associated Press.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And this, yeah. Cute. Yep, continue.
meltdown.
Yeah. Nah, he's just lying. We won't. Who cares? He's just talking.
So I've edited it for brevity, but he continues explaining his killings, and he said, "At the first sign of light, I would get excited. I forced the girls into sex and put my hands around her throat. When the sun rose, I would strangle her. It was only good if I could see her eyes. I never killed anyone at night. That would have been wasted in the dark. I had to watch them by daylight." He said it took the girls 5 to 15 minutes to die. In another quotation, "I was very considerate. I would spend a lot of time with them making sure they were dead. I would use a mirror to check whether or not they were still breathing." Lopez slit the girls' wrists or throat to see if blood was still pumping. If they had somehow survived, he finished them off. Quotations. "Sometimes I had to kill them all over again," he admitted. "They never screamed because they didn't expect anything would happen. They were so innocent." There is more to that interview and it's quite detailed, but feel free to check it out by searching for The Monster of the Andes by Ron Leitner. It's a big thing. It's interesting, but also like a little...
So, getting into a killer's mind and shit.
Yeah.
He sounds like a real treat.
He is. Daddy?
Because you know how some of them can't even look the people in the eye?
Oh, this guy. Not the
Yeah,
problem. He's
like-
proud of what he does.
Yeah. Like, so most people, they're like, oh, they look away or they blindfold them and because they're too much of a little bitch to
Not
actually
him.
see the light go. That's, fucked.
Not him. He wanted to see it.
That just shows you the next level of,
Oh yeah, he's fucked up. In 1994, Lopez was released from prison
Fuck off.
on good behavior.
Oh, fuck off. No.
A whole 4 years earlier than his sentence. What the fuck? Number 5.
I can't.
He was provided a 2-car escort to ensure his safety
Oh, I'm glad.
when leaving the
Yeah.
prison because they didn't want the families to take revenge and kill him.
No, you wouldn't want
Yeah.
that. He deserves
Yeah.
a good life.
Oh yeah, he sure does. And they actually escorted him to like the border of the country, which I think he was driven to like the border of Colombia because he didn't have a visa to stay in the country.
Yeah.
So they're like,
That's so lovely of them.
off you go.
Like, did they give him some money and stuff as well? Like, go on, smack your bum.
Off you
Toddle
go.
off, yeah.
Get out of here, you little scamp.
Go on.
Go on.
Fuck off.
You naughty little boy. Yeah. In August of that same year, he would be arrested again for being an illegal immigrant into Ecuador and handed over to the Colombian authorities, who decided that they would charge him with a 20-year-old murder. Hooray! Some justice at last. No. He was held in a psychiatric wing of the Bogota hospital and released to the public like 1 year later on a $50 bail.
So, do people look into anything? Like, I know it's the 90s, but like, if someone's doing interviews going, I'm gonna fucking kill everyone again. Oh, I love watching the light go from their eyes. Oh no, he's on his best behaviour now. Yeah,
know.
because he hasn't got anyone to fucking kill.
Yeah.
Like little girls to kill. Fuck off.
Yeah, well, that's what the fuck number 6. And he is currently wanted by the police after Interpol released an advisory. They believe that he had something to do with the murder as recent as 2002.
Fuck off.
But he has been off the radar and his whereabouts are still unknown.
No.
Yeah. And that was the case of Pedro Alonso Lopez.
I'm so angry.
What a guy.
What a fucking gem.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the shit that pisses me off. Like, why aren't the officials, officers, whatever, that were involved with this reprimanded? Because that is a fucking joke. And you see so much of that shit where they're like, oh, yeah, the LAPD back in the day was really shit, blah, blah. No, why aren't these people held accountable? Like, their fucking job.
This is, I wish you could have just seen.
I'm angry.
There was anger in there.
I just can't.
Listen, researching that one made me quite frustrated for a number of reasons, and I think the biggest part was that they had so many situations where they could actually stop him.
It's like they didn't look at fucking evidence.
Or they didn't care, or when he said, yeah, I did this, they're like, haha, yeah, you did.
Oh,
whatever.
sure you did.
3 people.
Oh my gosh, you're back again, you murdered people.
Yeah. It doesn't, it's bizarre.
Fuck off.
that they allowed for that. And I was looking at Ecuadorian law as well. At least at the time, the maximum sentence you can get in prison is 25 years, but not for murder. It's so strange. And the fact that you can kill a bunch of people, and that's why they think he was trying to sneak back into Ecuador, because if he was arrested again, maximum time is 16 years. He can't get more.
That's fucked.
But what they should have looked at doing is also charging him with rape, charging him with pedophilia, charging him with necrophilia. But they want all of their people to have a quality of life regardless of what they've done. So they're like pro-people, which in some cases is a beautiful thing.
Good to a point.
But in other cases, when there are people like this fucking dog cunt,
Where they are literally going in and saying, I love watching the light leave their eyes. Fuck off. That's fucked.
yep.
Get fucked, fuck off.
That's fuck off. So I think that was a total score of 6 what the fucks. And I hope you guys enjoyed this story.
Yeah.
Today's
Ashley's
case.
Ragey. Ragey stabby can't talk no more.
Yeah, Ashley didn't, because I can actually see the anger in her eyes permeating.
I'm so mad.
And she's got to go home to an annoying husband. So, Andrew, I'm sorry.
Walk in the door. Fuck!
All right, mung beans.
Yeah, see ya. I'm fucking, this is it. You do this to me.
Well, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been.
Because I've been nice to you about it.
You have.
Yeah. Well, you're going through your mental breakdown. I was like...
She's going through some stuff. I'm just gonna...
Yeah. And you said to me yourself, what was it when you got out of the car? I feel like 100% better.
You're like,
I'm like, good, let's see how that lasts. Yeah.
Story checks out. Thanks, mung beans.
Yeah. Thank you, mung beans. Please don't forget to follow us on Instagram, drop us a like, and rate our episodes.
Yeah, fucking give us some stars, please.
But like only if you like them.
Yeah.
We're not going to force you into doing it if you don't actually
fuck off
it.
in your pity stars.
All right, thanks. Love you, mung beans.
Goodbye.
Go.